Yeah, I'm just going like,
Try just walking around. Do we have to walk around? Oh, no.
yeah, let me get to, onto YouTube Live first and then we'll do that.
And Priya,
What's up?
in case we want to, I'm gonna drop my my series in the chat that
Okay.
we can cast. It may actually be easier to just cast the website with all of the work in high resolution to talk about.
Okay, cool. Yeah, drop that into the chat and then I'm just gonna unplug myself. No, I'm just gonna,
Yeah, if you like.
well, since I'm just gonna, I don't know what I'm doing, to be
You gonna
honest.
take them over there and show them the art?
Yeah. All right, we're on YouTube Live, so I'll just be like, hello, and Robert, hello, Robert, yay. Okay, so, hey y'all, welcome. Frida, my nurse is here, and I'm so, oh my God, it's all blurry. So what I'm gonna do is show all of y'all the artwork, and we'll pretend like we're entering the gallery, because you see, where's the gallery? What's the door to the gallery?
Did you?
No.
Where this? So you just came over.
Oh, there it is. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Anyway, so yeah, we'll pretend we're opening these are the doors. So we're entering the gallery. And we're gonna go to the left and look at Ashley's work. And let me know if y'all, can you see it? Is it there? Yeah. Okay, so. It's there. Let me start over here.
It's like blurry.
Is it blurry? I can't.
Yeah,
I can't.
it's blurry. Like parts of it are in focus and parts are not.
Well, you know why I think it is? It's because of the, it's not really all flat, you know what I mean? So, but you sent it in the chat, right?
Yeah.
So we'll just do a quick view of this gallery over here.
So there's like.
Oh, thank you.
That's great. You take it over 3.5 years. She got sore like 7 when they were treating her.
So that was Ashley's work, and now this is my work of photography of my wound care that I did.
Yeah. Spa treatment. That's a bit of a.
Okay, so then we go to the other side of the gallery. And there's Robert and Atlas. Okay. There are the doors over there.
Yeah. So I went.
And now, this is Sky's work.
Everyone is now.
And then we are moving into Francis's work. And I do believe Jeff and Fran, who's in the way? Oh, it's Jeff.
Hey gang, welcome.
I'm showing Francis's work.
Thanks for coming.
Jeff is in the way. But Jeff is,
Well, Francis is here, so you can.
there's Francis. Yay, everyone. Okay. So that's the gallery and okay, cool.
Or not.
So, but I just don't want to be holding the laptop. That's what All right, y'all. I'm so sorry. I hope I'm not making anyone dizzy by doing this laptop in my hand business. Okay. So that was the gallery for all of y'all. So sorry it was so confusing and so tech is a difficult thing. But thank you all for coming here. Damien. Okay, there we go. Okay, cool.
And you said you were in California, because my mom told me that this morning, for some reason, and we were discussing the blue zones with her, in the areas where people live all the time. I was saying, maybe the stats are a little sneaky, because maybe.
Is it raining outside?
I'm not. Okay.
Oh, yes. It's a big rainfall now. Okay.
Maybe there's people like I don't.
All right. I'm sorry it took me forever to get that together. Hi, Damien. Welcome. Are you gonna watch the chat for me? But you don't
Sure.
have. You don't have to. You could
How do
just.
no, I'm fine. I'm fine. How do I
Okay,
do I do that? I'll just watch it and
Yeah,
I'll
just watch it and be like, oh, someone said blah, blah, blah. Whatever someone said in the chat. Ashley actually put, you probably don't see that. Ashley put a link to her work in the chat. I don't know if you see that, but I saw it and I got it. I
Hi,
got that.
everyone.
Hi. Okay, cool. I guess I should share my work too. I totally did not come, but you know what?
Jason, no more.
Okay, so I'm so sorry. I'm very overwhelmed and unprepared. I'm so sorry, everyone. But thank you for being here. So unfortunately, no one's come in person, but it's been really raining today. So I'm wondering if people are like, it's raining, I can't get there, which is fine. And, so we'll see, but people might come in to the gallery later.
Yeah.
But what I'm going to do is have Robert hook up the laptop to the speaker so we get a little bit of. Okay, no problem. Thank you. Did you get to see the artwork, Frida? Thank you. Okay, so I'm just gonna get Robert to hook up the audio to the speaker. Bye, Frida. Thank you for coming.
Not so much.
The audio to the speaker.
So the.
Friends are so beautiful.
So just saying.
Yeah.
See that.
Well, my friend Michael, who never seen the work.
Well, we'll talk now.
I don't think it's plugged into this laptop.
Oh, it's.
No, I see the other end of
No,
it.
this is actually oh, yeah. I think it's on the other side. It's on the other side.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I don't know what it just says. Can one of y'all talk?
Yeah. How do y'all know Priya? Or how did you become acquainted with her?
Have you, since moving
It's
to
gonna happen.
Nashville,
It's just another.
maybe 4 a.m. to like.
When we first met.
I don't know. We met, I can't remember how Ashley and I met. And Wendy, I met Wendy at some virtual thing and she was talking about zine she made and I thought it was really awesome. And
Cool.
so I was like, what is that woman's? It took me forever to remember your name, Wendy. I was like, what is her name? And then finally I was like, I think her first name was Wendy. And then I typed in Wendy into my email and then your email popped up.
Elliot Vanderveer.
Yeah.
Yes. Elliot Vandier. Well, how do you say your last name? Elliot Vandier?
Elliot Vanderveer.
Elliot Vanderveer.
Right.
Is that Dutch? Yeah.
Veer.
Dutch.
Dutch.
Where are you? Where are all of you geographically?
I'm in Philadelphia.
Ah, Philly. I gotta come see the sculpture.
Where are you,
Actually,
Damien?
I'm in Tampa, Florida.
Oh, Tampa.
Yep, and I'm originally from Michigan. I am in Tampa for sure. And I'm an artist and I live in Tampa. I have lived in Tampa for the last 14 years and um I work for a disability rights lawyer and I am an activist and I am a visual artist. And I also just started an LLC. And
Congratulations.
yeah, so a lot of things are happening. And uh it's kind of I don't know what I'm doing. I have imposter syndrome.
Actually, you can say where you're from if you want.
Who?
Who did you want to talk next?
Hello, I wonder if she can hear us. Can you hear us? Um, Ashley Robin?
Oh, sorry, the audio cut out. I didn't hear.
Oh, we were just wondering where you're from.
Oh, sorry,
If you want
sorry.
to tell us.
We have pretty bad storms, so it's cutting in and out a little bit.
Oh,
Uh,
if you want to tell us, I
uh,
didn't want to. If you're neurodivergent, I do apologize.
I am neurodivergent, but we are having some really bad storms. So
Okay.
the audio is cutting in and out a little bit. So so
How,
I'm from I'm in Nashville, Tennessee, but from
oh,
California.
okay.
Um and I I'm a painter out here.
Oh, cool.
And I have I have I live with my current service dog, Rico, who's featured in a lot of my artwork in the show. And
Oh,
and I live with my retired service dog, Rosie. They're both in the studio right now, which I can show you guys.
Rico and Rosie. Hi, babies. Oh my goodness. That's amazing.
So they show up in the paintings a lot because they were with me with all of the.
Yeah. Priya, I don't even know what I submitted to the show. I don't even know. I don't
You
even
did
know.
submit to the Disability Pride Unrecognized Potentials, the Disability Pride Art Show. I just
Oh,
actually laid out your work to
I did.
post
You
on
did?
it.
Okay, okay, good. I was like, what did I do? I don't even know. Like, but anyway, I guess this is now as good a time as any. I just started. Well, I started an LLC because I rebranded my YouTube channel to Dislabeled Dolly Diva because I'm a adult Barbie collector and I use, at least on my YouTube channel, I use Barbies with disabilities to have a larger conversation about disability rights. And I make art with Barbies and animation with Barbies and I also am a visual artist, so I use the channel to do a little bit about art history and disability rights education, just art history in general. I used to own a mid-century modern art and design business for 14 years with my ex-husband. So I've always done that sort of arts education type of thing, and I'm doing it online now. So, and then I also, because it's a YouTube channel, got into like taste testing, people's like if you have a disability and you have a business and you want me to test your product, I test it out on the channel. I also do taste tests of Barbie themed foods. So, and then because of that, I decided to start an LLC. I also work in for a disability rights lawyer, and I'm becoming an executive function coach and getting certified in advocacy, even though I don't feel like I need to, but it is what it is. And then I hope to, through my website, I want to have a resources directory and 800 number. So I'm doing a lot of things. And my business is called Dislabeled Dolly Diva. I have a website, a YouTube channel, and
Oh, thank you, Damien, that you are really busy, as am I. I also am really busy. But I think I want to shift to like starting this event. I
cool.
invited Wendy here to come and speak about your art. So Wendy, do you need to share any artwork? And
Yeah, can I share my screen now?
yeah, see if you can share your screen
Okay,
because
see,
I don't,
whoops.
let me see if it's.
Upload your presentation to share?
Is that what it's saying? What does
Yeah.
that mean? I don't know.
I don't know. Uploading your presentation.
Like very rare. So they had to crack her all the way up. Take that out, fix a hole. These are just. That's what he's a.
What's your email address, Priya?
DIYABLEDGO@gmail.com.
I just sent it to you. Oh, it says unable to share right now.
Okay. I'm so sorry, Wendy. Let's see how we can figure this
Can
out.
you share your screen? Can you put it on this on one of your windows and then share the screen? Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do. I clicked share.
Service.
Oh,
Can you put whatever in the chat and maybe I can share it? I
Oh.
don't know. I'm just brainstorming here.
copy link and then share it.
Yeah. And then she should be able to.
Okay, what is it? It is, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Did anything work?
I don't know. It's just like saying Wendy has joined your meeting. Yes, I know. Okay. I don't know. I just don't see anything else. Huh.
Here, let me see.
This is times. 2000. It was 12.
At one point it was 4. It had really fallen when I first started to watch shop. We just lost 2 or 3 really good workers. Well, Hoffman left. He's working for Premier. Another woman left. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. All right, I'm leaving.
All right, thanks for coming.
Thank you for coming. I would love to see you. That's all.
See you.
I don't know why this is not working. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I kind of feel like well, I guess I'll just talk about my work and well, let's just figure out what's going on. So Wendy, is there a way you can share your work
Like-
with me either through the chat or through email and then I could share for you?
Maybe there's on the Zoom, there's a way to.
Okay, tell me.
I'm
I don't know.
clicking on a red link that says share, but it's not.
Let me
It's not
see.
working.
Let me go into the website of Zoom and see.
Yeah.
Can you share from my website?
Well,
Setting.
share the screen, whatever screen you're on.
felt kind of.
Let's see. Conversations, meeting.
Do you want me to try mine to see if it's a Zoom link or just her?
I'm
Sure.
sorry, I didn't hear what I didn't hear what you said.
I said, do you want me to try mine to see if it's a
Yeah, go ahead and see. Let's just figure out what's if it's actually just you're not allowed to share or something.
um
It's not, it's a surprise.
Oh, there, okay.
So chair, but sure.
so that
Oh.
did that work?
Yeah, that worked. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with them. Wendy just disappeared, so I don't know what happened. I don't know if her Wi-Fi went out or something.
Yeah, it could be her Wi-Fi, like it's not
Or maybe the opening.
like it's not robust enough or something. But anyway,
Yeah,
when she comes
possibly.
back in, she'll be able to work it.
Okay, well, I guess let's just start with Ashley then, since your work is up here on the screen.
Is
And
that
I'm gonna get people behind me to pay attention, so. hold on a second.
is that okay? I can wait. We were just testing that out. I don't want to.
Oh, yeah, I don't really, you know me, I'm
Go
very
ahead.
like chill about whatever's gonna happen, but I'm gonna go get these people behind me because I don't think they've realized we've started. So it's just funny because this virtual meeting, so it's its own space and the in-person's like happening over there. So I gotta combine us together. So hold on one second.
Yeah, you need a bigger screen.
Let's sit here in front of this. Like, have a little art talk. Sorry to break up your little cafe clutch there, Jeff.
Okay.
Ooh.
When did you get the invite?
So, Wendy was here, but I think her Wi-Fi is, I don't know, something's going on with her Wi-Fi. I invited her to come show her work because I met her a while ago. She did the zines and she was showing medical school students, like zines about ableism and bringing it to medical school students when they were doing their rotations and teaching them about medical ableism.
Yeah.
From when, so when they grow up to be doctors. But I don't know, hopefully Wendy can come back in, but, oh, wait, I see oh, there she is, Wendy, okay. Well, allow, I guess. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
Oh, sorry, I'm trying to get myself logged back in again and.
Oh, no worries. I was like, we lost Wendy. I don't know what's happening. But
Okay.
since we already have Ashley's work up here, Ashley, we'll just start with you and if you don't mind. And
I don't want to talk out of term though. I'm
no,
fine.
there was no turns that there were no turns. I didn't really imagine anyone speaking first or last or anything, so.
Hmm.
So yeah, go ahead, because your work is up there. So let's talk about it.
Sure. So, the work I have in the gallery is my main body of work right now, which is called Catharsis. And it's a series where I'm documenting and processing my journey through illness, disability, and survival and healing. And it's a collection of paintings and drawings, and each piece tells their own story through a variety of mixed media, like acrylic watercolor, gouache, and ink. And I'm showing images of disabled living that a lot of people, specifically able-bodied people, don't see. That's images of like medication refill days to images from emergency room runs and hospital stays. And with this series, I'm hoping that disabled viewers can feel recognized and able-bodied people can see that disabled people are multidimensional and valuable. And I'm hoping that we can strive for a world where disabled bodies are cared for, accepted, and welcomed. And this has been a series that started out small and has grown as my experience of being disabled has just continued throughout my life. And you'll see some of these pieces that are in the show and some of these pieces that are not. And I'll just go through some of these. A lot of these works are going to feature dogs. These are my service dogs. The golden retrievers, his name is Rico. He's my medical alert service dog. And the brown and white dog is a border collie mix. Her name is Rosie. She's my retired service dog. And these large drawings are 18 by 24, and they're mixed media. And so they feature like elements of these experiences, and they're made by photographs that I take. I take photographs of my experiences constantly, whether it's pills and doctor's visits and specimens that I have to leave. And for example, like this model of a skull for occipital nerve injections and visitor stickers. And I have hundreds of photographs in an album, and I will basically go through this album and pick out different elements to make these like a collage of image paintings. And then these are smaller works here. These are 6x8s. That's Rosie. Rosie also appears here. These are more emotional and abstract pieces. Some of these depict specific scenes, like this was, I was bedridden during when Rico, my second service dog, was raised. I was very sick from ME/CFS, which was one of my predominant conditions. And he had to be trained and raised while I was sick. So this denotes the period of time where I checked off the days and he was trained without me. This is him in the hospital with me. This is a chronic migraine. These are depicting being treated like a pincushion for blood draws, prescriptions, and losing mobility and my ability to drive due to seizures. And yeah, takes us all the way down. So thank you for coming. I really appreciate you all being here.
Yeah.
Ashley, I have a question about, and you, Francis, about dealing with lots of photos, because Francis also takes lots of photos. Just wondering, like, how you've dealt with that, like organizing. Ashley, you said you make lots of albums, like digital albums.
Yes, I do.
And then when you do the collage, are you printing the images out and cutting them up, or you're just drawing them? I think I asked you that before, but.
I do both. It just depends on I've done 3 different formats of that. I do the drawing version, I do the cutout version, and then I do a version on Procreate where I move the images around on digitally. It just depends on how what the image demands, if that makes sense.
Yeah, totally.
But can you talk more about like organizing photos?
Organizing photos, like, yeah, I have the large album called Catharsis Reference, which is huge. It takes up most of the memory of my computer, of my phone. And then I will make an album per image that I'm on that I'll pluck into that album. But I'll make sub albums of like IVs, out sub albums of doctor's visits, sub albums of the service dogs. And then sometimes I'll make sub albums of like colors, if that makes sense. Like that, like if there's a predominant color that I think I need to use, I'll do a color that I that I that I think I'll need.
Hmm.
Do you sometimes make duplicates and put them in different files?
Yes.
Do you do that too, Francis?
I use Lightroom, so it references the main file, but I love hearing about your process because I feel like I have a very similar thing of like going by subject matter rather than like by date or something. So I love hearing that from you, Ashley.
Yeah.
And that's how I organize my photographs as well, as by body of work. Like, you know, I have several bodies, you know, I have like worlds collide because I'm always looking down and I see different patterns on the ground, or if it's completely tilted back. So I just, and then on Instagram, you hashtag it and then you can just go find them. So
Yeah.
that's kind of how I organize myself.
Yeah, having that like alternative way of being able to find your stuff that isn't by that like animal, that by that right brain date, right?
Well, yeah, because you know, who knows what things actually
Oh, but nobody
because I don't know. I feel like when you're disabled and dealing with all these things, it's like kind of a blur, the date.
right, that like nobody knows what that is, but I know what it is by color. I can tell you like it's that color, and I have to go through my albums of like what is that color,
Yeah.
and I know I could tell you immediately what that color is. But I could never tell you what the date was.
Yeah, I totally get that. Well, I'm gonna stop sharing now and see if we can get Wendy. Look
Hey,
and see if we can get
Oh,
Wendy.
Priya, I just shared it to your email.
Oh, okay, cool. Hold on, let me see.
Do you need me to stop sharing it? Oh, I got it right here.
How do I get rid of Oh, oh, here it is. Here's the close. Where's that show? Oh, okay, cool, cool. All right, and you sent it to my email. Okay, let me go.
She's actually teaching New York. She got the gig after, committing to the project. But yeah, she's pretty active. She does a lot of shows and she has something at the Pink Gallery recently. I think she had her own show there.
I do not see your PowerPoint, Wendy. I just see you said you just sent me your PowerPoint, but I don't see the email. Let me see if I'm just like not seeing it. Which could,
Yes, it's sent link. It's like a FS cartoon presentation, DY able
did you
one
send,
PowerPoint.
yeah, I just don't see the email. Let me see. What is the do you know what the subject of it in the email?
I don't know. Do you see one for Chipper's Mom too at msn.com?
No, I just see you wrote, oh, I emailed my PowerPoint to you, and then I don't see anything after that.
Okay, well, I could just talk about them if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Let me just get you back on the screen. Go ahead.
Okay, so my name is Wendy Elliott Vanderveer. I'm a lifelong artist and disability rights activist. I'm melding my art and advocacy together in cartoons that I've created. about some of the microaggressions and ableism that people with disabilities experience when we're just out there trying to live our normal, quote, uninspirational lives. I'm trained as an artist. I'm a painter and a sculptor. But when I'm dealing with a lot of these microaggressions myself, I got the idea to create some cartoons that help me personally, deal with these microaggressions and also help to educate others. So the first slide I'm showing, it shows a picture of me in my power wheelchair and my service dog, Lucy, two redheaded people, me and my service dog, Lucy, sitting in front of me.
I mean, he just figured out a way to.
And one of the first cartoons that I did is called Woof the Expleted Deleted. And I'm talking about all different things that people would say to me when I was getting out of my van, going to work. They would say things like, "It's good to see you out today," or "I don't think of you as disabled." And the dog is growling back, "I don't think of you as enlightened," or "You're so inspirational." And the dog is saying, "I'll make you inspirational." So the dog is growling back, representing different emotions. "I'll pray for you. Jesus loves you." And the dog is saying, "Aren't we Jewish, Mom? What happened to you?" Or you're going to get a speeding ticket. All kinds of things that people say to me all the time, just when I'm going about my day. And one of the worst things that anyone ever said to me was, "It's people like you who put my life in perspective. Things could be a lot worse. You could be me." So pretty awful things that people say. This next cartoon that I'm showing shows a woman that's wearing a purple shirt, and she's tapping the shoulder of a gentleman in a green shirt, and he's on his cell phone looking away. And I'm sitting in the front with my service dog, and she's saying to him, "Can I pet your dog?" And the service dog is saying, "Woof the expleted deleted, why don't you ask her?" And I'm just saying, huh? I'm just kind of incredulous that this is happening yet again, where people don't feel comfortable talking directly to disabled people, and they may, consider their companions, or in this case, it's a total stranger that I never met before. They feel more comfortable talking to them. The next cartoon shows a handsome gentleman on the left side and me in my manual wheelchair on the right. And the person is saying, "What happened to you?" And I used to make up things all the time when I was younger. I said I used to dance with the Bolshoi Ballet. During a performance one night, I slipped and fell off the stage. I landed in the orchestra pit, and the conductor's wand severed my spine. But what I'm thinking is in a little cloud bubble is nothing. What happened to you? And another one of my cartoons talks about terminology to describe people that use wheelchairs. So I drew 5 little Wendy's, all in different outfits. The first one says physically challenged, and I have literally the world on my shoulders. The next one says differently abled. I have a unicorn horn coming out of my head, an extra eye, an extra arm. I certainly have some extra special different abilities. The next one shows wheelchair bound, and I'm literally bound and gagged in my wheelchair. And the one after that says confined to a wheelchair. I have a little like padlock around my shoulders, and there's a lock, keeping me trapped in my wheelchair. But the reality is me on the far right side, where I'm lifting my arms up and saying I'm free in my wheelchair, because the wheelchair is a source of freedom and mobility. So I'm making, these cute cartoons, but I'm talking about some very serious topics and terminology that I personally don't like. And the next cartoon is called Special Needs. And in this cartoon, it shows me holding a fan. I'm fanning myself, and my husband is on the right side, and he's feeding me grapes. And I have one of my fancy cats on the ground looking up, and that's my special needs. That's a term that I really do not like at all. Our needs are not special. We have the same needs that everybody else has, for a job, for food on the table, for education, and so forth. But I wish the term special needs would just go away. I'm going to skip over some of these cartoons. Another cartoon in a healthcare setting where I went to get a ultrasound, and the ultrasound technician came out into the waiting room and noticed that I was the only person there. And she said, "How did you get here?" And I said back to her, "I drove my van." And she said, "That's amazing. You're so inspirational." And my service dog, I drew her in this cartoon before I even got her. She's wearing like a little space helmet and a small red vest. And the dog is saying, "They beamed us up on an intergalactic spaceship." Um, the next one shows me and my husband and my service dog eating out at one of our favorite Italian restaurants. And the owner slash waiter came up to the table and he said to me, "Do you ever pray for something better?" And I looked at him like he had two heads. He's like, "What are you talking about?" And then he said, to not need a wheelchair." And I think this was the first time I had an immediate comeback. I said, "I have everything I need." And my service dog, though, is responding, "I need some chicken marsala with a side of penne." The next cartoon focuses on what I call pseudo service animals. A lot of people try to pawn off their animals as service animals. Like in Philadelphia, we had somebody that took an alleged emotional support alligator into the Philadelphia Stadium to see a Phillies game, baseball game. And my service dog is saying "woof the excluded, deleted," and she's commenting on the different kinds of pseudo service animals like the therapy terrapin, the service snake, the service spider, and the service spider is hanging on the tusk of the elephant, and the elephant is the emotional of emotional support elephant, and is taking up a third of the space of the drawing. And all these drawings are full color.
I know,
I
I
do them
wish
all
I
on
could see them on it.
color pencil.
It just makes me wonder.
Another one focusing on attitudes. I drew myself 5 different ways, demonstrating different attitudinal barriers about people with disabilities. So the first one says "Super Crip," and I drew myself with a Superman costume, and I'm kind of gritting my teeth and flexing my my hands and elbows. The next one says "Inspirational." I have a little halo over my head of angel wings. Next one says "Role Model," and I literally have rolls, hollow bread rolls covering my whole body. And I feel like I'm not a role model. I'm just living my life. I'm not trying to be anybody's role model. Pitiful. There's me sitting in front of a rain cloud with tears dripping down. And then the last one shows me in my purple Disability Pride t-shirt, and it says "Just Me," because I'm not any of those t-shirts. So it's kind of hard not, when you can't see all these things, but I have a lot more of the cartoons. But if you want to see them, you could go to my website, www.wendyevart.com.
You're
And if you
putting
want to get in touch with me, my email address is wendyev.artist@gmail.com. So sorry for the technical difficulties, but if you have any questions or comments, please let me know.
sometimes they're not microaggressions. We can admit that they're just aggressive and aggressions and they're bigoted and wrong. We don't have to say, "Oh, it's microaggressive." Like
It's an
sometimes it is
aggression,
aggressive. Sometimes they're just aggressive
right?
and they're shitty ass people and they they're they engage in ableist bigotry.
And the last cartoon that I have is where I'm sitting in the middle of the cartoon, wearing like a fancy pleather jacket, and I'm saying, I see people around me are saying nice things like "I see you, I appreciate you, I value you, I welcome you, I hear you, I include you, I respect you," and then I'm saying "I thank you." Because that's not my experience day to day when people are just saying these bizarre things.
When one of those experiences does come along where somebody
Well, when
it's refreshing. Refreshing. Thank you.
But it's just.
Do you publish these?
I think,
I want to do a book of all these cartoons.
oh, Wendy, I was,
That's my next project. I want to do a book of them, talking about my own personal experiences. I did a children's book a couple years ago that told kids, "Oh, you got some of my cartoons up."
yeah, I got it from the website. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm just gonna go to the website and see if I can do this.
But they're all very detailed cartoons. They're not very cartoony. They're, a lot of, shading and, nice illustrations. But using bright color and humor to draw people in and to get them to want to look at it. This one is Disabled Loud and Proud. There were a couple of people that I remembered from a Disability Pride um, demonstration in Philadelphia, and I took a picture of them, but I altered it with, making their clothes very loud and proud. And there's the special needs with my husband feeding me grapes.
That's great.
So yes, my goal is to, to do a book of the cartoons and maybe talk about what they mean, to me, and maybe ways that people could have better interactions with people with disabilities.
And this is like,
That one says woof the excluded
this is the
deleted,
one
and
with your dog was replying.
the dog is replying to all the weird things people are saying to me. So the dog gets in the act of my cartoons. Dog has a lot to say. And I usually don't confront people directly. I would rather just ignore them. I don't have the time or the energy to get myself worked up over the strange things that people say. I'd rather make cartoons and, educate people about it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful way to educate people. I love it.
Thank you. And I also do a lot of very realistic portrait painting. I did a painting of myself called Medical Bling, where I'm wearing a very fancy, like a hat and with feathers on it, and I'm holding on my arms. I have medical bracelets from hospitals, and it's called Medical Bling. And that should also be on my website. It's on the page, I believe, on the website.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Wendy, for
Yeah,
sharing that.
sorry for the technical difficulties.
That's okay. No worries. I was also having technical problems.
Okay.
Um, well, what should we do? Francis, it's just me and you left for the in-person meeting. Should we do in-person meeting?
Do you want to speak about your work?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, this uptight. I really have been so overwhelmed trying to do everything. So I do have my work actually, my camera roll. How do I? How do I get this up? I'm sorry, y'all. It's so weird. Like when I'm home, I can figure things out, but I'm just in a different environment. Like, how do I do this? Oh yeah. Okay, cool. All right. So, I'll share my work and. How do I do that? Is it test up? No. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, so my work is called medical spa treatment. So I wrote a bunch of, I don't know, kind of, I feel like uptight things, but medical spa treatment is something I started doing because I've been going to wound care center. Oh my God, it's what the picture was at Mission Wound Care Center. So anyway, basically, so basically, these are photographs. Oh no! All right. Well, there's Wendy's. I'm just gonna shut the. So these are photographs taken at Mission Wound Care Center. So 3.5 years ago, I got a wound on my the bottom of my heel, and I've been going there for 3.5 years. And in that time, I've had to go home and do it. My partner has had to do it. And it's just like, it's so stressful for me to be at home, like in a different environment, where I live, where I eat, where I go to the bathroom. The bathroom is the only place I can change this wound on my own. And it was really stressful. It was really stressing me out. So, about a year ago, they decided to put on a soft cast, and they were like, Priya, you have to come in once a week. And I was just like, okay. And I don't know, I was actually relieved. But I'm going to say my privilege or benefit is that I live literally down the street from the wound care center. So it's not really hard for me to get there. But I'm going to do this. I just don't see how messy my desktop is. So basically, so they started, doing the soft cast. So these are the photographs I've included in this work, medical spa treatment, because I actually, Francis lives here, and I was telling Francis, like, oh my God, I'm so happy that I get to go, and they're gonna do all this changing and dressing for me. And I told Francis, it's like getting a medical spa treatment. So basically, that's how I came up with the name for the body of work. And um, and then I started thinking about the work and how there's like a weird overlap of language between luxurious self-care, medical bureaucracy. So, you have, oh God, let me see. I can't remember the words because my brain is not braining. So, words like treatment or session or provider or care plan. These are all words that are used in medical bureaucracy and also in self-care industry. That's actually quite unaffordable to most disabled people. But the line I came up with is one comes with candles and the other one comes with copays. So, with the current threats to Medicaid, I really wanted to hold these two vocabularies next to each other on purpose, to like show like, the importance of them. And then in some of the images, I titled them using Hindu and Sanskrit devotional language, because I was like really amped up when I wrote this. I was like, because devotion is also a word we don't usually associate with a waiting room. Even though you're showing up with your own body to an appointment over and over again, appointment after appointment, it is its own kind of devotion, and people don't really frame it that way. They don't frame it as devotion, they frame it as a burden. So that was some of the things I wanted to say, and that's really what this series is about. The series is about whose job is it to take care of the body. Most of the time when something happens to you, the work of managing the healthcare lands back on you. And so you become a project manager or of your own diagnosis, or you're making the calls, filing appeals, tracking down records, explaining your own symptoms in a specific language that they'll believe you what you're saying. So across these 13 photographs, I picked them because the work, I wanted the picture of what it looks like for that work, for when that work moves. And when hands are outnumbering, the hands that are helping are outnumbering the hands that are hurting. And that's about it. I kind of broke up and then I ended my speech with, and that's the spawn, that's the treatment. And I wanted to thank Jeff. That's okay. Jeff and Little Animal Galleries for letting us have the show. So that's it. And I'm going to just show you the rest of these photographs.
How long is the show up in person?
I didn't hear what you said. What did you say?
How long is the show up in person?
Yeah, actually, one of the nurses is here looking at the artwork right now. So,
So the 16th.
huh? I saw the TV and I couldn't hear.
They asked how long the show is up till, and I said it's up till the 16th.
Yeah, oh yeah, I didn't hear. I'm sorry, I can't really hear what you're saying because of the room. Yeah, it's up till July 16th, and we'll have a closing reception on that day, and then we're gonna take down the artwork, basically. We're gonna have a closing reception, and then we're gonna take down the artwork. And Ashley will be here for that, so we're very excited about that.
Priya, how did the did your medical team respond to you taking photographs of this process?
They were very welcoming to it. They were just like, tell us when you use it. Tell us when you use it. So I did tell them, I was like, oh, I'm in an art show with Little Animals Gallery. They're like, oh my God, can we see it? So this is like really why I made this event, was because the nurses got very excited about this photographs being shown, because it's their work, you know, it's the work they do. So, and so.
I'm most taken with your concept of devotion.
Huh?
Really taken with that concept of devotion.
Yeah.
I really love it.
Well, yeah, thank you. I don't even know how to respond to you, but thank you.
I think, you know, I'm getting to the age where about everything I know is and making those plans and scheduling out. I just got a cancer diagnosis. In terms of frame and all the shelves and all the work, just getting
Yeah.
as devotion is
Yeah.
really wonderful. I love it. It's not a burden, and it is.
Yeah, it is a privilege. I mean, I am on Medicare and Medicaid, so I do have the privilege to go to wound care center and get it paid for, but I don't know, like not, you know, before the election, so it's not really related to currently what's happening, but in like about 2023 of November 23, I started receiving bills that I think was Medicaid, but I think it's really, I talk about it to my nurses, and so they were like saying they think it's because Mission was bought by HCA and they're located. Yeah, and then I was kind of like saying where the bills were coming from. So they were like, oh, you know, HCA is out of, I said it's somewhere in Tennessee, but I couldn't remember the city. I think it might be Knoxville, but they said HCA is located there. So what I think is that was actually happening is that HCA just didn't realize they needed to bill Medicaid. But now the hospital is telling me Medicaid isn't really paying them right now. So they're just waiting to see what happens. And then I've also been getting letters like every week from Mission saying like, oh yeah, you know, if you are eligible for this assistance, and then it tells you this long thing, and then at the bottom of the letter is like, you are eligible for this assistance, so we're gonna help you. And I'm like, why don't you just say you're gonna help me instead of making me read all this stuff that's hard for me to understand? And then I called them because I freaked out. And then once I started receiving the letters on a regular basis, and it kind of became normalized getting these letters. Yeah. Then I just started reading. I was like, oh, they say at the bottom that I was approved. So, you know, so it's like very, so, you know, that's the part I'm talking about, is like, I have to call the hospital, and then, you know, so like, so it's devotion to go there, and, you know, I love the healthcare team for wound care center. They're very wonderful. They're great. So yeah, it's the bureaucracy that really is something I have to manage.
If you're serious, illness, and he said, feeling is true. The insurance is much more successful than doing it.
Yeah, I agree with that. It is, I mean, what I do with Mission is, I stopped doing it because I was just tired. But every time I got a letter, I was just like, yeah, I'm just letting you know, I got this letter that you say I owe you this money. I just wanted you to have it on your record that I did call and I'm telling you about this. So, that's kind of how I deal with that. But I haven't really had to face, that's the scary thing for disabled people. We don't really know what we're gonna have to deal with as far as the bureaucratic element yet, so.
Because
Because
they don't know what.
Because they don't really know. No one knows. No one knows what's gonna happen. Even the hospital, they're like, we don't know.
So, my thing is, how does that facilitate,
Yeah, exactly.
discuss that, counter what we want.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, so I don't know. I don't know how that
But
gets.
I love your response.
Yeah, they go.
In the service of.
In the service of telling people,
Yeah.
hey, this is happening. So,
Then that one runs off. The vehicle that gets through when other things don't.
yeah, yeah. So-
She sits too. It was fun because we had.
But yeah, so that's my thing. Everybody that knows me knows. I don't like, not that I don't like to talk, because I do like to talk. Anyone that knows me also knows I like to talk. But I'm always like, when I'm doing events, I'm like, do I have to say something? Can I just have other people say? So I did, Robert, my partner, is always like, what, like at the opening, he was like, don't say something about your work. And I was like, do I have to? So I was like, okay.
Sometimes I think it's just well, that's like work speak.
And I think my work is very powerful. I think it does speak, so. But I think all of our work is very powerful. So.
Well, it's just this. It's just taking you right into someone else's experience. that
Yeah,
may
definitely.
not be yours.
Yeah.
I love the line, something. And then the one just push, turn, all that exists to open.
That's Ashley's speaking.
Yes. And she's in Nashville.
She's near Nashville. Ashley, do you wanna?
Sorry, I can't hear what you guys are saying.
I know. I'm so sorry about the sound stuff. What's your?
Maryland.
Marilyn. Marilyn was asking where you lived.
I live in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yes.
Be a good spot.
That's the big
Spot for artists, right?
Well,
No?
I don't, no, it has a lot of tourism and it's more country music
Yeah.
oriented than.
It's the most progressive city in Tennessee.
Well, probably because she said it is the most progressive city in Tennessee is Nashville,
Tennessee is
but yeah, Tennessee.
the legislature hates Tennessee. You always know you're doing something right when the legislature hates you.
Yeah, that's true. So, but what about Chattanooga? Do you think?
Chattanooga's super cool. I don't know Knoxville, Memphis. It's just baffling.
I don't know. I only know Chattanooga and I've never.
Chattanooga's cool, but it's like so many cities, a tale of two cities.
Yeah.
Very wealthy area up on the mountain, and then you've got this.
Well, no, just like,
Yeah.
just like us,
Like
wealthy
Thursday,
people
right?
in the mountains and the poor people down in the valleys. So. Okay, cool. Well, Francis is here and this.
This guy,
Yeah, you were sitting right next to Francis. I didn't even realize it.
So I'm gonna show my ignorance explaining that with the for that chart of switches.
Is a silver dog print that is, do you know about?
Can y'all hear Francis? I'm just gonna pull y'all closer.
Silver gel. So a lumen uses the sun instead of an enlarger. And rather than running it through a full development process, you only use fixer. So the prints will stay if you run it through the fixer. Some people don't fix their lumens, and so they'll fade over time. But all of mine are using fixer, so they won't fade. And rather than present the original lumen, I make addition prints, like archival edition prints, and show those rather than the lumens, because they do still like change over time a little bit. the chemicals react differently, so, yeah.
Well, it's interesting because in the lighting world, the bulbs are now described, brightness is now described in terms.
In lumens, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Where I got a little.
Yeah.
But I bet your term lumens might have come.
Well, that's probably where they got the term lumens from, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's a measurement of light, and then lumen printing is just sun printing. So you say lumen. So
can you talk a minute about the first one?
Yeah.
Let's just unplug it from this, because we don't, no one's listening. And we'll just go over by, I'm just gonna go over by Francis's work and then you could talk about
I
it.
like.
Yeah, let's go over there.
We tried not to. Okay.
Let me move my-
Where would you like me to go?
I don't know.
Let me get up. I just want to get.
I'm just gonna, oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just hold it like this. Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'll do like a little statement about the entire work and then we'll talk about each one. So I've been working on this project with people for the past 5 years, and really it's about a experience that I had interacting with lands, specifically Appalachia. I grew up in northern Appalachia, I felt very rejected by the climate community that I was in, and so chose to leave, and in leaving, I also experienced a separation of self, and I wound up experiencing a health event while I was out of Appalachia. I was living in South Florida, and it took coming back to Appalachia and photographing the land and experiencing the land to come back to a sense of home within my body. And a lot of that was I was disabled as a child, but undiagnosed. Very misunderstood, not really understanding what was happening with my life. So for me, leaving Appalachia was like separating from that. And then the work also touches on how body and identity intersect, and specifically thinking about Appalachia and Appalachia's history and stereotypes being broken and other extraction within Appalachia, extraction within the systems of medical healthcare. And so I'll just kind of go through the pieces. Yeah, so this first piece is a lumen print, which I explained some minutes ago, but a lumen print is a silver gelatin print that is exposed using something in direct contact with the paper and the sun as the exposure source. And then I choose to run it through photographic fixer, which allows the print to have a much longer longevity. And so this piece was in response to an incidental finding that I had. I was experiencing a lot of migraines, so I was going and had an MRI and found out that I have a malformed blood vessel in the brain, which is something that is actually relatively common in the population, but most people just don't know about it. But this piece is less about the specific diagnosis and it's more about how medical terminology and pathology doesn't quite get at patient experience or person experience. So while we found a malformed blood vessel in my brain, it was not the explanation for why I was having all this experience. And yeah, and even reading through the pathology report, you know, there's these complicated technical terms, but they're not explaining the way that I would feel during my brain or the pain or the sensory experiences. So a lot of the women that are in this series kind of use that medical terminology and then obscure it in some way to get that other experience, that expanded experience. Yeah, yeah. And then moving into the next piece. Hemangioma. It's kind of a bizarrely pretty word for something that's not pretty, malformed blood vessel. And this is, so in the show I have a triptych, and then I have a piece connecting it to a diptych. So the next piece in this triptych is Between Earth and Sky, which is a self-portrait made looking out across the Blue Ridge Mountains. And the Blue Ridge Mountains were where I first came to Appalachia. And poetically, the Blue Ridge Mountains are known as the heart of both Appalachias, the oldest part of Appalachia. And in this piece, I'm starting to connect my physical body and the land. Particularly, I notice ridges in my spine, echoing the ridges of the mountains and making that connection between the two. And also, just throughout this project, having the experience of being on the mountain and feeling into my body, and then photographing it, really led to a lot of personal change as well throughout the entire project. So then the third in this triptych is Buck Moon over Northern Appalachia, which is a piece from returning to Northern Appalachia. I was moving throughout this entire project, I was moving between North and South Appalachia, kind of reconciling my experience and relationship with Northern Appalachia while also finding home and belonging in Southern Appalachia. And so this piece moves us entirely into the landscape, and I particularly like this image in conversation with that first image because of the spotlight of the moon echoing the ocean on the moon.
Did you see that? You saw that?
No, it happened, I photographed for like 4 or 5 years on this project, and I shot like 300 images and lived with the prints in my studio, and one day this print just happened to stay close to this one, and so the connection happened kind of by happenstance. That's the way it's happening, right? Yeah. And then this piece, the calendar, was one of the first slip prints that we had printed, and it's a prednisone taper down dose pack. So yeah, and over 7 days, you lower the dose of prednisone that you're taking, and it just felt so much like a calendar. And I made this piece during the kind of early days of the pandemic, so time was something I was thinking about a lot. This piece to me really talks about how you experience time differently when you're sick, or kind of calling that theory of crip time into the work of how we perceive time, how we move through time, what time is available to us as sick people, as disabled people, how much more time things can take for us. Yeah, and then
I mean, we just talked about that, like, we don't categorize photographs by date.
right.
By subject.
Yeah, non-linear time.
The things beyond the calendar. Yeah. Are those just a coincidence of the way life said, or is that intentional? How does that go?
Yes, these are the way that the paper reacted to, so I usually coat objects in water, which will react differently depending on whatever's in that water. So some of the splotches are from just water coming off of that prednisone pack. And then I had flopped this print down on a rack that I didn't realize had cyanotype chemical on it. So this print's really interesting. It's changed the most over time because it has iron salts on it as well. So the blue little splotches are just like little incidental.
But what's interesting is, yeah, I thought that different. So each one is a day, and yet you could almost tell a story like this day. This, when you're talking time,
Yeah.
like it's marking the time, but it's also there's irregularity. No one's the same.
Yeah. Totally. Oh, I love that.
Wow. Yeah, and like you said, a lot of it just
Hasn't
happening,
been. Yeah. And that's one of my favorite things about movements as a process, is that the environment is so much a part. And then these two prints are the diptych that I've shared in the show. The first one is Small Fiber Biopsy, which is a self-portrait that was made after I had a small fiber biopsy of my thigh and my calf, and really just brings me into that emotional space, or gave me a space to express the emotional vulnerability of, you know, laying down on a table, having someone take a piece of you while you're laying on a table. And that emotional feeling of it being extracted from. And yeah, I think that's all for that piece. And then the last piece, I do like to use humor in my work. And so this one is like a bit ironic. It's kind of difficult to see when you're not in person, but it reads yeah.
Get it.
Yeah, so it reads a pure dear valued patient. And then down here it says thank you. And so this was a lumen print made from a insurance denial in which I was addressed as dear valued patient. So thinking about like how the companies that have our health data and all like know so much about us, so many intimate details. And yet I'm addressed as dear valued patient. So as I get denied.
Like, valued patient, we don't value you.
We don't value you. We only value you if you keep sending the check, or someone keeps sending the check, you know? Um,
And then what did you do with the text? What happened to it?
so I used water as a highlight, which allowed some of it was just, you know, an inkjet letter. So it allowed some of that ink to transfer onto and react to that silver gelatin. Yeah.
Share that with Jeff when he showed it to me. He says, I know there's something on it, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Wow. Stomach. Or makes.
Mm.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do a little gallery thing again, just so see it. So this is, oh yeah, no problem. This is Francis's, we'll start with Francis's stuff and then go to Ashley's stuff. We should still end with Ashley's.
He's the one. Yes.
Okay, this is Sky's paintings. Oh, no, I'm not bumping into anyone. Actually, I'm gonna go a little further out so you can actually see Sky's paintings. I'm cropping it. I'm cropping it with my screen. Okay, there we go.
But he gave us some words.
I'm not doing a very good job, but you know, that's, and then actually Sky, I missed the first time. Sky has a big painting over here. Yeah, I'll get. So that's a big painting of Skies there. And then. So for my photographs, this is the one I have in the center. I call it Patriva Gaz, held in the grace of public grace. And then I have all the other photographs next to it. And then actually stuff. I know I'm not doing a very good job of that, sorry. Okay. I'm literally my head, okay. And but here, and unfortunately, there is plastic over these, so the glare, it's sunny outside, so the glare is shining, so I'm sorry. Yeah, but you should go to the website and check out Ashley's stuff. It's really amazing.
Yeah.
And
I've never used this. Have you, they've used something or? Interesting. They're so interesting, that they, like, just for whatever reason, whatever factors. Yeah. They survive, yeah. Evolution in a lot of ways. This is clear. Yeah. All right. Keep my eyes. Yeah. And you know about the church. There's some other stuff
So unfortunately, the chat, I'm sorry, and you can't see the art with that. But, the glare is happening and Jeff, I'm gonna introduce Jeff, and Jeff actually met a disabled artist in town in Huntsville doing a project. So what's your name?
I'm Michael.
Hi, Michael.
Hi.
This is Ashley, who's in the show. This is Wendy Elliott Van Devere.
So Ashley did the work.
Yeah, I was just looking at your work. Yeah, amazing. Really, really beautiful.
Michael's a big draftsman also, so he draws and was here working with a printmaker in the next town over for the last 2 weeks or
Just one.
1 week.
Yeah, 1 week printing it.
Got a lot of work done.
In Black Mountain.
Yeah.
Sorry if you can't hear me, if it's, I don't know how the levels are.
I think. we
Okay.
can hear you.
All right, cool.
That's why I'm pulling theater up to people because I'm.
Yeah, yeah, I know, with the echo in here too. Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, so these are the people that are here, and let me show you my nurse, Tara, whose hands might be in one of those photographs, I'm not sure. But this is Tara, and she's one of my wound care center nurses.
Hey, ladies, how's it going?
This is Ashley, this is her artwork right here.
Ashley, I took some photos of your work, so I hope you don't mind. Yeah, but I'm so glad we came. I mean, hey, virtual's fine. I know it's inevitable, but I'm so glad we came here in person.
I'm so glad you did too.
So, yeah.
Good to see you.
And the guys over there are bonding over music effects and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So who knew?
Robert,
But yeah.
Robert's bonding over music with her husband. Okay, cool. So, and then, I wanted to make sure you got a good sight of Marilyn. Marilyn, I'm showing the guests that are here. And this is Marilyn. She asks really amazing questions.
Oh, well, and I overheard a lot of your comments, and I really appreciated the comment about the things you don't appreciate that people say, because they do happen pretty. I mean, I think we just sort of repeat these things and not realize what harm they might be doing. So thank you for that. I was overhearing the conversation.
Awesome. And that was Wendy. Wendy Elliott Van Devere. Awesome, y'all. Well,
Thanks for doing this, Priya.
oh yeah, no problem. My pleasure. I'm worn out, but my pleasure. So, I don't know, y'all. Do you want to keep talking or what do you want to do? I'm fine. I love virtual hangouts, so in person is cool, but I love virtual hangouts, so. So it's our special place. That's what I feel like. It's our special secret place to hang out. So, wait, what's your name again? Michael.
Yeah.
Awesome. So Michael, thanks so much.
Oh,
for
yeah,
coming.
yeah, glad to stop on, yeah. So, yeah, Jeff was just fortuitous running. Yeah.
I know. I said it was serendipitous. I was like, it was serendipitous, Jeff. Of course. You hosted a disability pride art show and you bumped into a disabled person.
Yeah, the one probably, the disabled artist, of Perry's residency tenure, and he hits it on the week that you guys have this show up. So
I know. It's a great coincidence.
yeah, it's perfect. So and all the work is great too. I really enjoy.
Are you asking a question, Ashley? You have to unmute yourself.
I was gonna ask if you have a social media account or something that we can look at your work or follow.
I do, yeah, I can put it in the chat.
Please do.
Great. Let's see. The chat is here. Yeah, I'm just on Instagram.
It's fine.
Always looking for more people to follow.
Great. Okay, there you go.
Thank you, Mike.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I'm using Jeff's glasses, but
The readers.
they don't work so good for the
Oh,
screen. The
yeah.
screen's all blurry, but then when I look at my phone, I'm like, oh, that's in focus.
Oh, that's weird. Huh.
I know, it's really weird. It's like a bifocal stage. so-
Scary to think that you need multiple pairs of readers and now in your life.
I know.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'm always taking my glasses completely off now. I just do
that's what
this.
Robert does. It's funny because when
Yeah.
we go to the grocery store together,
Yeah.
I'm putting glasses on and Robert's taking his glasses off. So it's just like really funny. It's like,
Right. Yeah.
so you know, so.
I have a friend who, in case he forgets his readers, he has this little like wallet size magnifier.
Oh,
So it's like it looks like a credit card, right? But it's got a magnifying glass in it. And I told him it doubles as his AARP card. So
yeah,
if you ever, if
definitely.
you whip that out, like
It's like, listen.
I'm 50 now. I'm over
50. I got the proof.
I got the proof right here. Like,
I don't have my reader.
give me the
I
discount.
have this.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm so tired, y'all, so I'm gonna sign off, but I hate saying bye because I appreciate all of y'all doing this and being here. So you have anything, last words you want to say or anything?
Well, thank you for hosting this. This was really lovely.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, like all the tech stuff and the wobbly laptop.
Don't worry about it.
But I always tell Robert, but Robert's like, oh, and I'm like, Robert, disabled people just do the best they can. If it doesn't work out, whatever. We just deal with it and take it as it comes. So that's how I feel. So
Don't worry about it. It's bound to happen with text.
yeah, I don't know. We tried to hook up this camera with the microphone thing. We just couldn't do it. So we're just like, whatever. I'll just carry the laptop on. So and Damien, you shared something. I see. Oh, is it your YouTube? I can't see. I just threw these glasses. Okay, let me. These readers are better than mine. They seem like they're so much high quality. Oh, it's your YouTube channel. Cool. I think you sent them to me, so I have it. I subscribed.
You subscribed.
You told me to subscribe, so I was like, I did it.
Watch what happened to me in Vegas. You should go watch that.
Okay. Cool. I will. All right. Bye, Wendy. Thank you so much for coming. I'm sorry about the tech stuff. I was like, I want to see her art. And I was like, oh. So I was glad I was able to pull up the website.
I'm actually having an art show at a gallery in New York City in a couple of weeks.
How exciting.
Yeah, so it's the first for me.
Well, you should get you should be like, who wants to make a book? Who wants to make a book? Because I think your cartoons would make such a great book source, it's a good source for us. So
Yeah.
I hope that happens for you. That would be awesome. Awesome, y'all. Well, have a good one. It was so good to see you. Ashley, it was good to see you, and I'll see you in a few days. And Wendy, yeah, it was great to see you again. And we'll have to, I don't know, hang out sometime again in the future. Good luck with your show in New York. That's going to be very exciting.
Thank you so much.
And Damien, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us.
Yeah, for the disability show that you just laid work out, so that's amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you signed up. Ashley is actually in that show too. So I just laid out both of your artwork today. I was like, oh no, I forgot the titles. And I went back. And I'm like, I really need help. But I'll figure it out. All right, y'all. Have a good one, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.